Hey everybody, it's Joe with another fish file. You ever get the feeling that life is moving just too fast and you can't keep up? And you wish things would just slow down? Well, I got something new in my tank that moves at a snail's pace and is going to make you just take a break and watch something slow.
Fish file.
Hey everybody, I got some new things in my fish tank that I want to share with you today. I have got some fast moving things and some very slow moving things. So the things that I have that move very slowly are mystery snails. Why are they called mystery snails? I don't know. It's a mystery. But I'll tell you this, they're great. They're colorful, these bright blue and orange shells, and they're big, and they are so friendly. They don't get into a fight with anybody. They do a great job of keeping the tank clean. They eat algae, they eat extra food, they keep the glass clean, they take care of the hair algae growing on the plants. They're fun to watch. They got little antennas that move around, and it's just an awful lot of fun. The one thing I had to do when I got these snails is I actually lost 2 of them, and the reason for that is because they would get caught in the filter intake tube in the slots, and their mussel foot would kind of get caught in there and they couldn't get it out, and so I actually lost 2 snails. So what I had to do is get something called a pre-filter. A pre-filter, it's a piece of foam. Here, I'll show you. It's this little piece of foam, and it fits right over the intake tube on the filter. And what this does, it does 2 things. One is it's a pre-filter. It filters out some stuff that's floating around. It keeps the water just a little bit cleaner, and it keeps the snails from getting caught in the slots in the filter tube. Another thing that it's good for is if you have baby fish, if you have fry in your tank, hatchlings, it will keep little tiny things from getting sucked up into the intake. So if you're going to get snails, I strongly suggest you get this little tube and a little pre-filter sponge. It's about $3.50 at your local pet supply store, probably available online also, and that will help you out tremendously. The other new residents of my tank are Red Eye Tetras. Now, you know I keep a tetra tank. I love tetras. I love the way they look. They're active and they're colorful. And these guys have really worked out. Now I got one, it was a rescue. A friend of mine had this fish and they were trying to dismantle the tank, and so I took this Red Eye Tetra and put it in here. And to keep it company, because they're schooling fish, they like to have company, at least 3, 4, maybe 5. I went out and bought a couple more, so I've got 3 Red Eye Tetras, and I still have those 5 Buenos Aires Tetras. And all the fish are doing great. Now, the Red Eye Tetras are great. They're getting along really well with the Buenos Aires Tetras. They're very active. I think they're a little bit of a better match for the Buenos Aires Tetras than the Red Serpe Tetras because they're more active. They seem to be able to keep up a little bit better, just a little bit more vibrant. All of these fish are mid-tank dwellers, but they are all over the place. I mean, this is a very active tank. It's a little hard to tell because the light's out, but it's just a very active tank. And I love it when they swim and they have that flash of silver. It's really cool. The Red Eye Tetras are very easy to care for. They're very hardy. They can take all different pHs. You know, they're not too particular about that. They're peaceful but active, so that's something to keep in mind. They eat flake food. I give them flake food. I give them dried bloodworms. Once a week, all my fish get frozen brine shrimp as a treat. And they'll also eat little bits of vegetable from now and again. Spinach is a good choice just to give them some good color. So the Red Eye Tetra and my new mystery snails and the tank is doing great. And don't forget, if you get snails or if you have baby fish or small, very small things in your tank, to get that pre-filter, that foam filter that slips right over your filter intake tube to keep little critters from getting sucked up there and to keep the snails from getting caught. So I hope you're enjoying your fish. This is Joe with Fish File.